What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, the coach of the New York Rangers, and this is IBA week number 2. We are taking on Shadow Link and the Jersey Shellos. Little New York versus New Jersey rivalry here, unless he's the UK Jersey for some reason. Whatever. Anyways, we are here with the, we actually are bringing the Rain squad this time. Unlike last week where we won 3-0 against Cohen Hacks and the Reno, right? Because I still can't pronounce his name. He told me how to pronounce it once, and I think I just mispronounced it again. So, Cohen Hacks, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name again. Whatever. Anyway, we did win 3-0 against the Reno Raikus. Let's go by his team name. We did win 3-0 against the Reno Raikus last week. We didn't bring the Rain squad, but this time we do have the Rain squad against Shadow Link, who actually was a past champion of this league. So he does have some street cred with this league. So this is a statement game. This is a statement game for us. If we could win this, that really shows. This is our first season in IBA. That really shows that we're power here. We're powerful. Anyway, what we're bringing to this game is we have Choice Specs Nacho with Draco, Psyshock, and Draco, Psyshock, Defog, and Trick. I brought this because he has this monster at the end of his team right here, Ditto, and this thing is really, really annoying. So I wanted to make sure that my Latios just got completely and utterly walled by my Mawile. So if that Ditto becomes my Latios, I could just go Mawile and just threaten and just force a switch out, or he sacks the Ditto and he can't become a Kingdra or my Ludicolo. We have Hooch, the Hitmontop here again, Fizz Def. I think I have just Fighting Stab, Mach Punch, Toxic, and Rapid Spin. No, I have Aerial Ace 2 for the Heracross. Heracross was really a big threat to my team, but I figured if he wasn't scarfed, then Lottie just could come in and claim one. So wasn't too concerned about that. But the Heracross, especially if he was a scarf variant, then I might be a little bit more concerned. But then again, if he's a scarf variant, I can play around that. We have a standard I think Life Orb Kingdra with just 4 attacks. It's the Rain Abuser. AV, I have a more, Ludicolo set's a little weird. It's an AV set, but with, damn it. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I've been battling a cold all week. Just freaking New York weather, man. Like one day it's 70 degrees, and then the next day it's 40. Like yesterday, I was wearing shorts. I was wearing shorts to class, and now today it's like 30 degrees. It's like, what the hell? So naturally, weather like this, most of the time I come down with colds this time of year anyway. Like I'm feeling better, but yeah. Anyway, back to the rundown of the team. Ludicolo is a weird set. It's an AV set with Rain Dish. I have Giga Drain, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Knockoff. This was mainly to 1v1 his Heliolisk. I think he had other threats too on the team that could have dealt with nice with an AV more defensive Ludicolo. We have SD3 attacks like a Mawile, which kind of just runs through his team. And then we have Fizz Def Pelipper, which is kind of just here to get a brain. So that is my team, and his team's right here. I don't like this thing, the Alamomola. I've been wrecked by that thing before. He has a nasty regen core with these two, so hopefully we could net out a W here. So let's see how this battle played out. So Shadow Link and the Jersey Shellos are going to be issuing that challenge. May or may not be the biggest mistake of his life. We shall see. So he leads out with Halo, which is his Heliolisk. Fancy lead on his part. I'm immediately thinking Scarfer off the bat. As I decided to lead off at Lottie right here, just go with my big guns right off the bat. As he withdraws the Heliolisk and goes out into the Amoonguss, which was a very interesting play on his end. Amoonguss being the Lottie switcher, so I just decided, you know what? He has no fairy on his team. I'm just going to drop a Specs Draco Meteor and do some big damage to that thing. I'm pretty sure -2 Draco may actually take it out from this range. So I think I do just click another Draco, as he does switch out here into the Alamomola. getting some regen back, as I do decide to just say screw it and drop another fat Draco Meteor. Doesn't matter that I'm -2, I'm spec, so I'm really -1. That is doing over 50% to an Alamomola. Jesus Christ. Latios is really putting in the work this game. As now I do have to switch out into my Mawile, because nobody clicked Scald here. I really didn't think he was about to click Scald here. He probably was going to just click Wish. So this is the freest Mega with my Mawile ever, but he does opt to double out into the Amoonguss. So he's probably just looking to get regen back, thinking I just start spamming Draco Meteor. But I mean, this Amoonguss goes down. I have Ice Punch on this Mawile. So, and judging by that damage on the Draco, he is actually more Spadef. So this is going to be one dead Amoonguss in a minute. As Ice Punch comes out and the Amoonguss just drops. That is one dead Amoonguss. Good, I hate regen cores. As now he just goes out into the Excadrill, which I figured would be his answer to this thing. And now this Excadrill is really annoying because he could, I don't remember if he had Z moves on this. I think he did. So he could be like a Z Sandstorm variant to try to outspeed my Swift Swimmers. As I just go into Pelipper right here, I'm Fizz Def. Rock Slide actually doesn't even 2-KO me. So he does actually go for the Rock Slide, expecting the Pelipper to come in. Fair play on his end, but yeah, as you see, it doesn't even do over half. It does just under half. As he does go for another Rock Slide here, as I fire off a Scald because it actually has a chance to kill. But see, he does get the flinch, which was very, very, very good on his end, because that was very, very lucky for him, because you'll see in a minute why. As I go hard into my Kingdra here, as I will live an Earthquake with my spread, as he does go for another Rock Slide, and that is doing nothing. And this is where the Scald mattered, because I'm going to fire off a Surf here, a Life Orb Surf. And he is actually Focus Sash Excadrill, which was very, very nice prep on his end. But at the same time, if I got that Scald off, would have broken his Sash. As now he does go for Earthquake, as I think that actually kills me from this range. Poor Kingdra didn't really get the shine in its debut. I mean, it's whatever. I don't think the crit mattered. I mean, it is what it is, though. This is an Excadrill. This thing has crazy attack. But now Lottie just comes in and claims another kill. So it's really not that big of a deal. As he does let the Excadrill go down here, which is great. So now he doesn't have any. So now he just lost his main Mawile check. As he goes out into Toga, which is the Ditto. So now Ditto is about to become my Lottie. And this means I could just go out into my Mawile here, because he's going to see my entire moveset and realize I just go into Mawile here. So he's going to pull a double into his Heracross, which is a very, very, very nice play on his end. He probably knew that I had a strategy there to get my Mawile in for free. As this is actually a Flame Orb Heracross, which means now Lottie could just, every time something I could just sack things to this thing, and then Lottie comes in and claims a kill. As I do go into my Hitmontop here, get the Intimidate. He goes for Close Combat, which actually still does a ton at -1. It actually does half. So I'm a max Fizz Def freaking Hitmontop. And it still does 50%. Jesus Christ, Heracross hits like a truck. As he is going to get burned here. As now he's gonna switch out, I think, into the Alamomola. Yeah. This thing is annoying. I hate this mon so much. As I do could just reveal the Aerial Ace tech. It doesn't really make a difference as he actually is Rocky Helmet Alamomola. The rain stops, which is good. I don't want rain boosted Scalds coming in on my Hitmontop. As now I just have to fire off a Toxic here, because I know he's gonna Wish. Wish is the optimal play here, because nobody risks a Scald burn on Hitmontop. He probably thinks I still need this for Heracross. He just decides to knock off my leftovers, which is completely fine. Hitmontop is kind of useless now that I know he's not Scarfed on the Heracross. So this is just death fodder at this point. I could use it later on to get Lottie back in, as I do have to go hard Lottie here. And he does pull a double out into, I think that's Heracross, yeah. So now this thing just threatens Heracross completely. As that I can just fire off a Psyshock here, just get some big damage on something, because we are choice specs Latios here. As he goes into the Ditto and becomes my Latios, as now I go for Psyshock here, and it actually does 50% to this thing. Like slightly under 50%, but I think that was a roll. I think that was actually a roll. As now I switch out here into my Hitmontop, sacking it off. Well, not really sacking it off. I more so predicted the double into Heracross this turn, as he does just opt to drop a Draco here. So he would have actually given me Mawile. But that's fine. He drops a Draco, does a boatload to my Hitmontop. Thinking he's probably Scarfed, Mawile does just come in here and kind of claim one. So yeah, Virgilicious, the Mawile coming in. This thing just hits so freaking hard, Jesus Christ. As now he decides to switch out here into, I think, the Alamola, yeah. And Alamola is not appreciating this Play Rough to the face. As I do just fire off the Play Rough, does a boatload to this thing. And he's going to take toxic damage as well. And I think he opts to just sack off the Mawile, the Alamola here. Yeah, he does. Probably to get his Heracross back in. As the Alamola dies. So now he just opts to now he goes back into the Heracross. And this game looks like it's just become a sack for sack fest between the Heracross and my Lottie. So now I opt to switch out here into Pelipper, sacking that thing off because it's really useless at this point. I kind of don't need the rain. The one thing I kind of don't need the rain. My Kingdra's dead, and what's it called? And AV Ludicolo is really not that useful. I guess it could still provide some value for the Heliolisk. That's really it. But now Lottie just comes in and actually claims another kill. And I think he knows the Ditto thing was a roll. So he actually opts to sack his Heracross here, which is fine. I was fully prepared for him to go into Ditto. I really didn't care if he went into Ditto. As he just dies, and now I think the Heliolisk does end up coming in here. No, he goes out into the Ditto. Becomes my Lottie. And knowing that's going to bait out my Mawile, I think he does double into Heliolisk here. As, yes, he does double into Heliolisk here. I think I actually predict that and go out into my Ludicolo this turn. Because while I have the rain up, I'm going to actually... No, I go out into my Mawile. So I think now I go out into my Yeah, so now I have to switch out, and I go out into my Ludicolo here. I didn't want him doubling into Ditto and becoming my Mawile, because I think that would have just been the game right there. I'm trying to win this game with my Lottie, and forcing, like, being able to I could 1v1 this Heliolisk with my Ludicolo, as Thunder doesn't really do much to me. And with Rain Dish, I should be able to 1v1. Rain Dish plus Giga Drain, I should be able to 1v1 him. As he just knocks, as I just knock off his Choice Scarf. The Dry Skin's fine. We're both going to get recovery here. If Ditto becomes the Ludicolo, then my Lottie could just win. Because I don't have Ice Beam on this thing. Actually, I don't think I do. I have Dual Step. Oh, wait, I did have Ice Beam. Oh, shit. As I just fire off the Giga Drain here, that actually does a lot. I know I am offensive on this thing, but I mean, if Ditto became the Ludicolo, it really wouldn't make a difference either way, because I probably would have been able to take an Ice Beam with my Latios anyway, so it's really no big deal. Plus, I wasn't Swift Swim, I was Rain Dish on this, so he won't even trace that. So now I go out. So now I just go out in my Latios here and win the game. As yeah, Lottie comes out, it is going to pick up the kill on this Heliolisk. I do have Sucker Punch on my Mawile, so even if he did sack off Ditto there, I probably would have still won this game with Mawile either way. And because Heliolisk died right there, that is actually going to be the game, as Mawile cannot touch, as Ditto, as my Latios cannot touch my Mawile. So right here, I have to just switch out my Mawile to preserve some differential. Because, well, he kind of has to click Side Shock. I could have clicked Side Shock there and killed, but he's going to go for the Side Shock here. That's going to do literally nothing to my Mawile. That does a decent amount, actually, because Latios actually hits pretty hard. But I do have Sucker Punch, and I will be able to take out this Latios. So, good game to Shadow Link. This was a fun one. And we are now 2-0 in the IBA on the heels of Mega Mawile and Latios for this one. So, GG to Shadow Link, and next week we will take on the Garchomp God himself, my favorite person from Kansas, Garchomp the God, and the Lord and his Lawrence Talonflames. So hopefully that's gonna be another fun one. He's a guy I've been in a lot of leagues with, but we never actually played. So this is gonna be the first time we're playing him, so that should be a very, very fun game next week. So Hispanic out, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.